Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm doing another Starfield video. Hoping to get back to the model building real soon here. Been having some power issues and they're rerunning wires in the house, so I only have power in a couple rooms and that's it. The workshop is not powered, so I'm working through that. Hopefully it gets done by the end of the month. I can get back to doing that. But I'm going to go over some unique builds that I've built this New Game Plus run through here. Let me get a camera over here. Alright, so this is my main ship that I use when I'm just doing the New Game Plus powers and running through different quests and whatnot. It's Class B ship, 39 reactor, 8 crew, 1740 shield. A lot of these ships are going to have merged parts with the flip trick, the drop down trick. I don't know all the proper names for it, but some are pretty intense with that. I wanted to see how far I could push the boundaries of merging parts together. So this one, it has 3,015 with my perks, about 4,000 cargo. It's a decent ship. Most of the cargo that's on it now is crap from shipbuilding. So it's pretty fast. It's got 100 mobility, 30 light year jump range. It has the reactor right here. That's the grav drive, and the reactors in there also in one location. Then we have underneath, we have some cargo. We have these fuel tanks. I like these fuel tanks. You get a lot of bang for your buck and size wise. So we have a docker, companionway, the Teo landing bay. Then we have some Stroud caps for bottom. Then we have our outer Strad Cap A, which is a lot of this ship. And then we have the NG landing gear glitched inside of the Stroud Cap. And you just, in order to do that, you just make it a valid position. And you put it in and you flip it until it's the position you want and press B and cancel. Now, I'm on the Game Pass version of the game. If you're on the PC Steam version, I'm not sure. If you're on Xbox, I believe it's the same. On this weapon-wise, we have 6 of these Class A Vanguard auto projectors. Then we have 4 of the Firebolt 4000 suppressors. Then we have 4 of these turrets, these auto neutron turrets, Class B. I like these Nova thrusters. I like the way they look. I like the way they stick out a little bit. Then we have the Stroud braking engine in there, and that's basically it. I do believe the Docker is... Oh no, this one doesn't have the hidden Docker. One coming up in a second has a hidden Docker, so this one has the Docker exposed on the bottom. So that's this ship. It's got these SAE 5660 engines, B class. I like them. And it's not much to this ship. It's got some Deimos wings with some more obliterators on it. This Kontiki B400 bridge. So 2610 cargo is what it is without my perks. And 1450 shield. I believe it has a Vanguard shield somewhere buried under one of these pieces. I'm not quite sure where it is. Might be under this one. So yeah, so this is my all-around fighter. It's cheap to make. You can even make this A class because it uses the Class A auto obliterators, and you can use the these right here, these SAE 4330 engines. But if you have B class, these engines, they're more expensive, but double the price almost. Are they double the price? No, about 4,000 more. So there you go. It doesn't really need a 39 reactor. It's pretty simple to power. If I'm trying to capture ships, I don't power the turrets. I power the EM weapons. If I'm not capturing ships, I power the turrets and not the EM weapons. So power distribution is pretty easy. Yeah, so that's this ship. And then we have next, not that one. That one I'm not sure about. So then I made this ship here. I'm not quite sure what it is. I like the look of it. It's got a lot of Nova cowlings on it. I don't believe, other than the reactor and the grav drive, there's not much merged together on this one. So this one has a little bit more firepower. It has 6 of the Obliterator auto projectors, 6 of the Vanguard Hellfire cannons, and then it's got the Vanguard Tempest missile launchers. So I don't know, I wanted to kind of make like a Vanguard bug style fighter. It does have a little bit of cargo, 3,000 cargo, 97 mobility. Again, I used the same Atlas HE3 helium tanks. And our docker, we got our landing gear. And then we have our Nova Galactic Bay. And then we have our little bit of cargo here. You can swap these out for shielded cargo. And we have, I believe there's 2 engines in each of these. So we have 4 engines in total. And then we have the Kontiki B600 bridge. I put these extra fuel. It doesn't really need the extra fuel. I put that there to give it a little, break up the structure a little bit, to give it a little bit more design feature. This is more of an aesthetic ship. It does perform decently in combat, but I built it for the looks mainly. I wanted to experiment with the different Nova Galactic parts and see what shapes I could get. So that's that one. I don't name my ships because I don't have good names for them. So that's that one. Not real much going on here. Simpler design. Still has 3,000 cargo. It's got the Vanguard shield also back here. So if you haven't done the Vanguard quest, you only have to do the fight simulator in that first mission, and you get these weapons all unlocked for you. So that's that one. So, and then we have this Vista 3. Oh, it's not. It was a Vista 3. And then I kind of wanted to build with Tayo. And I don't know what I was going for. But, well, let's look at the stats. Fuel 1600. I like a lot of fuel. Mostly symmetrical reasons on this one. 1248 hull. Very low cargo of 510. Again, the same B reactor 39, and I believe it has the Vanguard shield also. So this one again has the Vanguard Obliterator auto projectors, and it also has 2 of the Exterminator 95 MEV auto helion beams. And then the missile launchers again. This time I used an Overseer 400 bridge. Tayo compartments, Hope docker in the front. These Dymo bracers connecting to the Tayo landing gear with these Nova Class B engines. 4 of those. 4 of these braking engines. 4 of these HE30 Atlas Helium 3 tanks. Some nose cowlings in the back, I believe. Yeah, and it's just these bottom mount cowlings. I tried to make them so they didn't have the ends on it, so I only put the ends where it had connection points. And that kind of left me with a lot of 1x1s. So if I had this to do over again, I would redo it. To come up with a way to like maybe bring this forward. I'm not quite sure how I would propose that. So, but it ends up with, 2 1x1s in the front. And then a 1x1 here, 1x1 here, and then a 2x1 there. So I like the shape and look of this. It's not very practical. I just was going for a look and a shape that I liked. And again, I believe I stuck the reactor and grav drive into the same spot to get a slimmer profile. So yeah, I hope they come out with a mod, because like these braking engines here look like they have fuel in it. It'd be nice if you could get a combo piece like this that provides some fuel. I am assuming that's the fuel for the braking engine, but it'd be nice if you could have it as extra fuel. And then even in this gear, it looks like it has some kind of tank in it. Nice if there was like extra secondary stats for different structural pieces and whatnot. So that is this build. And then we have this one. This one has a ton of parts into different parts, but it's mostly Stroud Eklund, very sleek design. 10,000 cargo, Class C ship, has the SAL 6830s. So there's 6 of them, 2 in each location there. A bunch of cargo in those 2 cargo ports, a Hope Tech landing bay. Then I wrapped it with the Stroud Eklund caps there. And then if you look in here is our grav drive and reactor. I just figured out that I can easily get the grav drive and reactor into one another with ease. So then under these here is these Obliterator auto projectors, one on each side and one in the front. And then under these caps here is turrets on each side, facing in the back and facing to the sides. And I believe the Docker is right. Nope. I was wrong. The Docker here. Oh, that's a gun. The Docker is somewhere. Oh, that's the shield. Where did I put that Docker at? There it is. So the Docker is right here underneath this cowling. So I went with that route. All the landing gear is stacked into this location. It's the NG20, and then all the cargo, there's 4 or 5, maybe 6 of these and 4 or 5 of these, all stacked in these locations. And you get a ship with 7,000 cargo, 100 mobility, 130 top speed, pretty heavy, but it has 2 sets of turrets and a set of manual of the guns. So it's a sleek ship. I haven't took this one out for a test run. I just finished it today, put the paint job on it. So it's I don't know, it's interesting. So that's that one. Not much to go on there. I believe there's a lot of 1x1s in this one also, to fill in the space. I probably could revamp it to get some, because there's a 2x1 there. Could probably revamp it to get some bigger modules in there, but that is that one there. And then we have, this is one I'm going to be working on. This is a Crossbow 3 I got. I'm determined to make this not have a double ladder in it, and tried it in my last playthrough and I couldn't figure out how to lay it out and still keep this shape. So I'm going to work on that. And then this one, I wanted to see what kind of shapes I could get. This one has 12,000 carrying capacity with my perks. Yeah, it's It's got a lot of glitched parts, and it's an interesting, yeah, it's quite interesting. This was more of a test bed to see what I could, squeeze together. So there's a lot, these are merged together. A lot of this Stroud Eklund caps merged together. Nova cowlings here all merged together. It's got some interesting stuff. There's fuel tanks inside these pieces here. Then there's these two engines here that I merged together to get 3 tall. Got some cargo under there. This one has turrets. All turrets, actually. No manually firing guns. So this is just more of a how many pieces could I click together and still get a shape and design. So, yeah, let me know what you think, but it's not something I'm keeping. So it's that one. We have this one. Finish this one today. So this one has 5,000 cargo. It's Class C ship. It has these B engines, these SAE engines that I like. 2 of those, and then 3 of these 6830s, which allowed me 5,000 cargo with 93 mobility. And then I started this one by building these wing pieces here. And another channel, Grease Monkey, he gave me this idea of making this shape. So this has 2 of these nose cap C's flipped opposite of each other, and inside of that is a Deimos Spine 4. Then on the bottom of it is a Skeg, and then on the top is a Deimos Spine C. And then it has these Stroud Cap Bs. There's 2 of them flipped in the, in opposite directions to give you, the lines and the look to match up with this engine. Then spines, and then Deimos wings on there like that. This one took a little bit. I had these like nacelles made, and I could not. I had them in the front, I had them in the middle, and then I ended up putting them in the back. And then I went with a wider cockpit. I did the double Stroud caps here. Tried to copy this shape here, but it got to my 40 length pretty quick, so I couldn't add any more to the front of this. These here are meshed into this Deimos Ares bridge. This one has 2 sets of turrets and these auto projectors. Warden shield, generator or grav drive and reactor into each other there. Cargo, these locations here. More cargo here. Yeah, this one turned out, but I really wanted the 3 engines in the Mac shrouded, and then these like more wing engines, but I couldn't. With the shape that I built that I wanted to use, I really couldn't get a wing shape that I was happy with, so I went with this here. So yeah, so I have to get rid of some ships because I'm at my maximum limit of ships here. But yeah, this is this one, and that's it. That's my 9 ships, and I have to get rid of them. I'm not getting rid of this one. This one I'm going to rebuild because I built the shape there, and then I converted it over to this here. So carried over those shapes, and I got a bigger ship. And again, I'm not happy with this, but I learned a lot, so it was a win in my book from learning everything I learned from this one. But that's going to do it for this. Thanks everyone for watching, and have yourself a fantastic day.